Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. Let me know if you like it. I'm going to do some more stuff like this. If you are going through a breakup right now, go ahead and visit writemac.com, WRITEMAC.com. Send your story, and I can give you my take on that. Otherwise, have a good one. And today, topic is, I got dumped. I don't like this word, dumped. I don't know if I've ever used it in my own life, and maybe that's... it's just my preference. But when someone goes, I got dumped, it's negative. It's self-deprecating. Is it even true? I guess if you point blank, I got dumped, I guess it's a real thing to do, real thing to say, but it just seems so negative, right? What the fuck happened? I would prefer you to say we broke up. First off, why? So, for starters, people have different filters. They're wearing different pairs of shades, and they look at things in different ways. And so when someone says they got dumped, they can be angry about it. They can take offense. They can go, oh, it happened to me again. Oh, I know I'm a horrible catch. Oh, I know I'm ugly. There's all kinds of things, feelings, reasons that are running through your head. And you're going to attach to one depending on your identity and your values and who you believe yourself to be. And some people just accept it because they go, oh, yeah, I'm overweight, or, oh, yeah, I don't make enough money. They come up with some kind of narrative to the story. And the question is, do you really know why? Let's unpack this a little bit. Do you really know why this individual broke up with you? They didn't dump you like trash on the stoop. I would say the only time you would use dump is when someone's fed up with bad behavior, and you seriously know deep down inside that you deserved it. But if they broke up over timing and circumstance, for example, if someone said, hey, look, I'm looking at 4 more years of university. I'm going to go into a master's program. I got to move to Boston. We're living in California right now. It's not going to work. That doesn't mean you got fucking dumped. That means someone made a choice and they said, you know what? Grad school at 23, 24 years old, a career, something I'm passionate about. I'm going to take that over an early relationship in my life. It's not personal. It doesn't mean I don't love this individual. It's a choice. They didn't dump your ass. They made a choice over timing and circumstance. That's fucking different. Now, if you go around telling everyone, oh, I got dumped. Oh, have a pity party about it. The reality is, no, you didn't. Someone made a choice. It was timing and circumstances, which happens a lot, especially in early relationships. Now, if someone breaks up with you and basically they catch you cheating, they catch you stealing money, they catch you doing something really bad that really goes against their morals and values, and they just go, bam, we're done. We're dust. They dumped your ass, right? They're done. And they had reason, and you understand it, and you're accountable for it. That's different. Now, when someone uses the words, I'm done, that's another level too. So these are things that come up. First of all, send your breakup story into writemac.com, and I'll give you my take in a live YouTube video, or come to the live streams, or if you want to book a live coaching session, I would highly recommend booking a live coaching session, because at this point, I'm experienced and I can help you out, and I haven't had a bad session yet. And it really does help you unpack things, because a lot of times you think about the word think for a minute. Whenever someone goes, I think, okay, they are telling you their opinion based on a few facts, based on assumptions, based on maybes, coulda, shoulda, wouldas, based on what they want to believe, what someone's told them to believe. Because when someone writes out their story and I read it, a lot of times I'm like, well, did you think of it from this point of view? And they go, no, this. Or someone will say, well, she told me, or he told me, but I don't think it's that. Well, okay. If they told you they broke up with you because you weren't close enough with their, pet dog or their cat, and their mom hates you, and you're going, I don't think it's just that. Well, here's the question. Do you trust your ex to tell you the truth? Are they the I've been with girlfriends before. I've had one before where I broke up. She tells she's a truthful person. Honesty is paramount to the individual. And so during the breakup, some of the things that were said were hurtful, but I don't think she was lying. Now, during the breakup, I was thinking to myself, fuck, dude, no, could be this, could be that. Looking back, no, it was just the fucking truth in the moment. I didn't want to believe it. And that's when people come back to asking the same question to get a different answer. And you can do that with different people, different coaches, different therapists. But with your ex, asking the same question becomes annoying. It becomes unattractive. And it just pushes them farther and farther away because they tell you they already told you. And if they're choosing not to tell you the full truth, they're probably doing it out of pity. They're possibly doing it because they don't think you can handle it. Or they don't want to. Regardless, it doesn't change the result of the breakup. And let me ask you this. If the person is camouflaging their reasons for the breakup, great way to put it, right? Do you want to be with someone like that that's not upfront and truthful? The other reaction to I got dumped. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't get it. Well, let's write out your story and let me unpack it with you. Maybe I can come to some conclusions of possibilities of why you don't know. And a lot of times that's called denial. If you've been with that person for 2, 3, 4 years, I'm not talking about 3 months, 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, you don't know the person that well yet, and everything's a discovery mission. You go into 2, 3, 4 years, especially if you live together, you spend a lot of time together, what the fuck happened. You're fighting it. And it involves probably some accountability and some responsibility on your end. And so unpacking that, but it's very, very important at some point for you to get some kind of clarity. People tell me a lot of times, I just want to know what they're doing right now. If they're with someone else, at least I know that they've moved on and then I can move on. Because it's called an open loop. When you have an open loop to a story, it's a cliffhanger and you want to know the end. And the I don't know thing when you got dumped is something that you need to find out, or you need to accept, I guess I'm never going to know because this person never tells me the truth. And I don't really trust what they're telling me. Wait a minute. Do I want to be with someone like this? Good question. The other one, I got dumped. I already talked about this earlier, but I think she's thinking this. I think he's thinking that. Really? Well, we can think, 10,000 thoughts in a day. It doesn't mean they're true or not true. And that's when you want to talk to someone like myself and write your story out, talk to another coach, talk to someone you respect based on their track record, based on the way they talk. Don't go to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, going, what do you think? What do you think? Because you're going to get confused. If you like someone, you like their body of work, you like their approach, it resonates with you, they seem to have similar values and morals, then stick with that individual or, someone else. It's not always best to go to the person that just cares about you because they can lie too. But if you're stuck in I think it's this, I think it's that, I think it's this, write out the story, unpack it, because you're thinking in little short snippets. You're not putting puzzle pieces together. But at the end of the day, it probably isn't going to be 100% guaranteed if you don't believe what they told you the reasons were. If you refuse to believe what they told you, which a lot of people do this, I think it's something more. Well, at this point, give them the benefit of the doubt that they're telling you the truth, that you snoring and the fact that you guys live 300 miles away is the reason you broke. Oh, it's got to be more than that. Really? Snoring's not going to go away. You haven't fixed that, right? The other question is, I got dumped. I know why. I know what it was. I don't get a lot of these because people usually that know why, it doesn't mean it feels better. It doesn't mean that you're not hurting. It's just clarity, and people understand they can accept the breakup much easier. They can accept that it's probably not coming back. And then they can decide, once you know what happened or what you can accept that you believe if that makes sense, then you can ask yourself this question: what's the root? That's deep. That's deep, as roots are, right? Think about this for a minute. Once you know or feel like you know what the problem was, okay? A lot of times someone will say, oh, I was being insecure. I was being clingy. I shouldn't have asked her to be my girlfriend after a month of dating. I looked at all these videos. I got all this advice, and that was weak and needy behavior. And now I look back and I was such a weak, needy little bitch. I've heard this before. Well, in hindsight, no, what happened was you were going out for a month. You guys were hot and heavy. Your feelings were high. Their feelings seemed to be high in the moment. But what happened is you wanted to check where things were at, and you said, hey, you know, at what point do you think we will be official, or, you know, you'll be my girlfriend? And she's going, well, I just came out of a breakup. I don't really want to get serious. But there's tons of women out there who would be like, oh my God, I've been thinking the same thing. Let's take it slow. And then in hindsight, you're thinking, oh, I really fucked up. The real root of the problem is that you're insecure with the idea that someone rejected you when you asked them to be your girlfriend, or someone, you know, said you dress bad and you erupted. Whatever it is, it's deeper than the moment. Do you understand what I mean by this? And you have to get to the root to fix it. So if you have issues with insecurity, that's a huge, or issues with confidence. This comes up a lot. Oh, I have low confidence. I have low self-esteem. All right, well, let's unpack that. Let me go through a set of questions I have in a live coaching, and let's get to the root. You know, one recently, about 2 or 3 months ago, this individual is, you know, insecure, low confidence at times. I'm like, let's unpack this. Let's go through, you know, it took an hour of some questions, basic questions. And we come to the conclusion, the individual, he said, I don't feel physically attractive. Okay, we can work with that. See how different it is to say, oh, I'm insecure and unconfident. That could be 10,000 things. But then we get down to the root of it. And it's like, really, I mean, I just don't feel physically attractive. Okay, well then, what are some things we can do? Go to a stylist, get a haircut. Go out and start buying some lotion, some cologne, some other things. All the little things will add up besides just going to the gym and getting a personal trainer, eating more healthy. You can do things to feel better about your appearance, correct? But before you can do that, if you're just calling it, oh, I have low confidence, the reality is a big part of the reason I have low confidence, I feel I'm not good looking. Well, then you can work with that, right? So this goes to, can you fix it? Most things you can. The question is, do you agree or want to fix it? If someone breaks up with you and they say some things about you and they don't line up with you, they go, oh, you're not ambitious and you're never going to make the kind of money I want, ... And you're kind of in the back of your head going, well, that's not true. Or you go, yeah, that's true. I'm not all about money. I'm an individual that likes to work for charities, and I'm going to go work in the Peace Corps. Well, then, you know, you guys don't line up, and you got to agree to disagree, because you're not going to fix yourself into a person that you don't want to be for an ex that wants you to be a different person. That's not going to line up. It's not going to be long term. You get me?